everybody, welcome back to the Trueborn JP3 stream. We are back with some more Monster Prom. See, I've done this for the last 4 years, and as you can tell, it's senior day. It's senior year, man. Last prom, last one we get in Monster Prom. So, yeah, let's go ahead and reminisce on the good times, you know? Maybe some of the bad times, too, while we're at it. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, yeah, I don't remember that run. I do remember that moment. Okay, so they used a different avatar, but, yeah, these things definitely happen. As my last run, I hung out with Wolfie, and we just two bros hanging out, variations. Yeah, it looked more like that. Alright, there we go. Yeah, it was just two bros hanging out, right? That was our last run. That was junior year, right? But sophomore year was a little rough. Sophomore year, we kind of went for her and kind of dropped the ball. Something fierce. And then we tried homecoming, and it did not exactly get better. Let's just say the chamber is getting a little empty with no satisfaction, let's say. But then again, you know, the first time around won't bad. It won't bad. Not at all. You got the princess, to some degree. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but you know, it is there. That is in the bank. More art. No. I guess it didn't say that. I guess princess was the first freshman year. I thought I did something else, but I'm not seeing it here. Okay, whatever. And since I don't see that there, I know exactly what my objective is. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, let's begin senior year and see if we can get things to pop a little bit. Of course, I'm playing by myself, with myself. It's sad, it's sad. Oh. No, second term, we can always go there. About 30 minutes, 60 minutes. Oh no, let's get the full experience. Ah, spooky high school. The sweetest years of our lives. Back then, we were young and unafraid. Sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid. Actually, most of the time it's just stupid. But always willing to live life to the fullest. We were on a wild journey to discover who we really were. I'm this guy. Hey, how you doing? Hey, what's up? Custom name's gonna be, you know. All caps on the plan. Square. I don't think it's square. Yeah, I know what my letters are. Yeah. That's how it is.
I can do this.
Yes. And we had yet to experience its ultimate challenge, the Monster Prom. I remember it clearly. 6 weeks were left. And as we fantasized about our dream prom days, we were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of our 8 most charismatic classmates. Scott Howell, 21. A werewolf athlete who compensated for his rather small brain with a stupidly huge heart. Miranda Vanderbilt, 19. A sweet mermaid princess who was as cute as she was genocidal. Amen. Polly Geist, 22 maybe? Somewhere around there? A party ghost with an insatiable hunger for all the wrong things. And oh, I'd like to be the worst of those wrong things. Damien LeVay, 21. A fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love for fire. He's a Power Ranger. I'm telling you right now, he's a Power Ranger. Liam D. Lioncourt, 4XX. He's up there. In hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid the fact that he was truly a lovable dork. Zoe, forever, I guess? An eldritch cutie who went from endless deity of the dark realms to ultimate fangirl. Yeah, I'm about it. Calculesta Hewitt Picard, Volume 1.0. A library computer who had become a sentient robot ready to experience life to its fullest. And Vera Oberlin. I must achieve. 23. A mean, self-made Gorgon with a merciless sense of business. I gotta show you something here. It was clear it had to be one of them, but whose? We only had 6 weeks to choose your prom date, and even more daunting, we had only 6 weeks to woo them and conquer their heart. But as I already said, we were young and unafraid. We were ready to start. Welcome to Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever. All moms are rotten, but they are rotten in so many different ways. Worry no more. We're now using your PhD, our PhD in bullshit, to diagnose which kind of deviant sicko you are. Yes, you chat, they're talking about you. Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever. Trademark. We'll throw a bunch of absurd questions at you and turn your answers into character stats. This way, each of you will start by having stats that better reflect your true selves. Let's start! If you had to have sex with an animal, which animal would it be? No one can make me fuck an animal. If I fucked an animal, it would be of my own free will. As a matter of fact, I already have fucked an animal, so the joke's on you, pal. Okay, a purebred horse. At least I can keep his semen and sell it. It's worth a lot. You said there was no silver lining to bestiality. A dolphin! They're the only other animal that fucks just for pleasure. So at least we can both do our best to have a good time, right? I don't understand. If you could go back in time, what's one thing you'll tell your younger self? I advise myself not to buy a time machine. Worst investment ever. They turned out to be the blockbuster of 2032. I'm lost on that one. Why should we assume silly younger me needs advice? I've grown up to have a fucking time machine, so I must have done something right. Fuck younger me. We're going straight to Woodstock, baby. Damn, that's a good one. I tell myself not to teach that robot how to fall in love, as romantic as it might have seemed at the time. It started the robot revolution of 2037, and way worse than the much more positive robot sexual revolution of 2043. That was good times, man. Those good times, gotta tell you. 2043 was wild. Alright, yeah! Right? What's the title of your autobiography? Temporality. The ongoing journey to define my inner enigma. The top 10 drunk tests I don't regret sending. Okay, that's not me. What? I barely have the patience to read a book, dude, let alone write one. Alright. It's scary how true that is. Manual of instructions, how to properly experience life. Oh, man. When Garfield met Naruto, a story of how I fell in love with forbidden ships. There's many ways I can go about it. How to succeed at everything and look fabulous trying. I knew exactly where I was going. Alright, what would be the best, most appealing in a love partner? Kawaii eyes, sharp wits, a very tsundere personality, a big horn, a taste for party with a big horn. 50 GBs of RAM with a big horn. I think these. Sharp wits is, oh man. Kawaii eyes though, but sharp wits, I don't know. I'm really into smart wits. Oh damn. Wow. We're off to a weird start, aren't we? We're off to a very odd start here. I picked one and went the other way. Damn. Alright!
Alright.
That's what I said. Very smart, very money, very fun, very somewhat bold, have no creativity and no charm. Okay, this isn't true. Alright, I gotta build up my charm, and I'm gonna do that by... Would auditorium be creativity? Well, we're about to find out. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, it is as though the muses themselves have descended to give you a figurative blowjob. Well, your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. You gained 2 okay, so that's creativity. You notice Liam off by himself, happily drawing some steamy hot yaoi. You head over to say hi, but Zoe beats you there.
Oh, hey.
Hey Liam, what you doing? Illustrating some erotic fanfic? Can I join you? No and no. You over-enthusiastic poser even. For your information, what I'm drawing is called yaoi. And it is not fan fiction, it is high art. I know what yaoi is. I have the internet too, but... Is it yaoi kind of, you know, problematic? Problematic? A thing that I am doing? How could you even think such a thing? Well, I don't know. I mean, I posted some yaoi online recently. Some people got really mad at me. They said it trivialized authentic gay relationships or something. I just wanted to explore the sexual dynamic between Liam and Damien in comic form.
Enough.
Okay, first of all, that is my storyline, and you have no right plagiarizing it. Second of all, I've already told you, yaoi is high art, and high art is only problematic to creeps.
What?
But if it's high art, why are you drawing 2 Ninja Turtles giving each other handjobs? It's called irony. Leave me alone. You doubt Zoe will leave Liam alone until this disagreement is resolved, which means you got your work cut out for you. By whose side to support? Ordinarily, I eschew the restrictive concept of gender, but for the purposes of winning this argument, I will make an exception. Yes, I, a man, am immune for all the criticism with regards to my yaoi. Sure, these Ninja Turtles may be giving each other handjobs on this page, but look at the previous page. Oh, they're discussing whether or not to adopt a dog together. That's so sweet, and not exploitative. Wait, how did they go from dog adoption to handjobs in one page? Male relationships are complicated, Zoe. You wouldn't understand. You're so right, Liam. Male relationships, like the eldritch horrors from the worm dimension, are beyond mortal comprehension. I see the comparison. Whew. Bullet dodge. You gain 2 fun and 1 charm. Did I really take his side? I didn't mean to. Oh, I might be going with Liam. I'm trying to go Zoe, but I might be going Liam. This might be a problem. I only have 7 cash, so you know. Sit down with Zoe and Miranda. Miranda is paying no attention to her eating serfs, and Zoe's paying too much attention to them.
Disgusting!
What are you doing, Zoe? Don't you know how rude it is to ogle other women's eating serfs? I'm not ogling, I'm researching for my fanfic. My dear, what it is it about royalty is not called fanfic, it's called propaganda. What? Oh, I'm not writing about you right now. I'm writing about your eating serfs. What? Yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm going to really dive into their inner lives, their hopes, their dreams, and desires. Oh, don't be silly. Serfs don't have any of those things. Do they, serfs? The eating serfs' eye dart between Miranda and Zoe, terrified. Should they speak or just shut up and eat? Make menacing eye contact. Okay, let me go ahead and read these off. You're right, Miranda. Most serfs don't have thoughts or feelings. Only the really expensive and rare ones do. Or choice number 2. Make menacing eye contact with the 2 serfs. Silently place a piece of sushi in your mouth and chew violently. I'm not making good choices here. Since Miranda's eating serves of fish people, this is a lot like walking up to a human and deliberately eating a finger in front of them. And she liked that. I'm sorry for what I'm about to say, but your show off intimidation really makes Miranda's serves clam up.
Oh, how majestic!
Ah, yes. Subtle threats of violence. A true sign of royal lineage.
What?
What is it with mortals and not wanting their flesh eating? Such a weird hangout. If by weird you mean useful for controlling the masses, then I suppose I agree. The eating serfs try their best to ignore you as they stuff food in their quivering mouths. You feel like you did the right thing, but you don't have much of a conscience of what's not saying much. Anyway, Miranda's happy. That's not what I meant to do, but
All right.
Don't worry, guys. I know what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm doing, which means I have no clue what I'm doing. I know fun is the tree party, so charm has to be the bathroom, but at night, that's kind of weird, ain't it? Let's see what happens. Today you skip class and just hang out in the bathroom because you expect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn. By skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms, you give 0 shits, but you gave 2 boldness. Damn it. You notice Miranda giving you a smile at Liam's, trying to put a smile on Liam's face. This should be good. I simply do not understand how you can be so gloomy all the time when the world is so full of wonder and magic. I guess I'm just not part of the Everything is Beautiful Club. Everything is Beautiful Club? Is that a secret club? What? Oh, yeah, totally. I want to join! I want to join! Oh, how can I join? Liam seems totally sexually disinterested in continuing this gag, but you have no such reservations. So you tell her, You're in luck. I just happen to be have the membership paperwork right here. Magic is real. Oh, it's super easy to join. All you have to do is eat a bunch of cotton candy and crap out of unicorns, simpleton. Damn it, I'm gonna start hanging out with Liam, aren't I? Alright, whatever, let's hang out with Liam. Really? Yeah, that's exactly what the bullshit of fairy tales told me when they were playing checkers on the other night. That's all? Just those two things? No. You've also got a right gullible across your forehead and permanent marker. Okay! Wait, seriously? But Miranda's already gone. When you see her the next day, she's leading a unicorn. She's leading a unicorn and smiling from ear to ear. I did it! Everything is beautiful, Club. Let me in! I had to fill out some extra paperwork because I had a manservant eat the cotton candy and poop out a unicorn. But I made up for it with tattooing gullible on his forehead instead of writing it. Yeah, well, you're welcome. Liam winks at you, and the wink is so cool, you automatically gain 2 fun and 1 charm. Hey, I got charm, though. I think that's the whole gig. You gotta be devilishly charming that no one can refuse you. Just like in real life. Alright, I think charm is in the gym, to be honest with you. Okay, we're gonna try that.
What's up?
But I also have 7 money, and I hate to let that go to waste. Yeah, I'm selling the corpse. It's like some kind of fashion accessory. It's not as if I'm trying to dispose of it. Memories are cool, still twisted away. A PR agent? High school social life is so hard nowadays that hiring a PR agent is totally a thing. Wow. It has flames on the skull and the knife. Street cred, so that's boldness. Okay. Are you sure about this? You can always use Wikipedia to get a general idea and still be able to act like if you read it. Creativity. Literally a white blanket with 2 holes in it. I don't think those are for eye holes. Why? Why? Oh, blood ritual. Yeah, I got that checked out. Dragon Heat, a classic, is so cheesy and stupid that you just can't stop reading it. I never thought I would say this, but now I'm super into Dragon apps. Why? The hottest thing is being yourself, honey, but a Latin accent is close second. Damn, I could have a Latin accent for only $5. $5 for a Latin accent. But then again, they say there's an event going on for this one, right? Well, let the games begin.
No refunds.
Have a good one.
All right.
Ooh, and that table's pretty packed too. Well, there's only one decision to make here. How's everybody doing? In a totally normal way, Liam happens to sit down at the same lunch table as the Covenant. Suddenly, you hear a loud gasp from across the cafeteria. Every single one of Zoe's mouths is hanging open. Pull up a chair right next to Zoe as Zoe rushes over.
OMG!
Whoa! Is that what I think it is? Liam and the Covenant sitting together? Do I smell a 5th season revival? Oh, it's a Twilight reference. Drop it. By the way, there are only 3 seasons. Fall, winter, and eternal contemplation of the void. Oh my god! This is totally the classic return of a long-lost ally to save the world once again! Or maybe there's still some fire between Liam and Joy. Do you know anything about boundaries? Not really.
Always the same with you.
Listen, we're no longer allies, but that doesn't mean we can't sit at the same table or anything. It is literally just a lunch table, just a flat piece of wood with 4 legs. It means nothing. Quick, use your boundless compassion and wisdom to mediate this minor dispute between your friends. That's exactly what someone would say if they were hiding a secret, double-crossing mid-season reveal, alliance, and romance. I think we're missing a real chemistry here. That lunch table is giving serious fuck these eyes in the cafeteria. What? What is this line and why do I want to press it? Why do I want to press it? Why do I want to press it?
Impressive.
Holy shit, you're right. And Liam liked that. Wow. Okay, whatever. Lunch table and cafeteria floor have some close contact going on right now. Oh, stop it. I'm never going to fall for that. You take the bite of your sandwich and drip, and a drip of ghost mayonnaise hits the leg of the table. It slowly drips down to the floor, and the floor and the table both look immensely satisfied. Oh my. Okay, fine, I ship it. Can I get a heart for Zoe too? She's into it. Zoe is distracted by the table explore hotness, which means she's no longer bugging Liam. He is silently content. Nobody learned anything or grew at all as a person, but who cares? You're just here to hook up with sexy monsters and watch the cafeteria table impregnate the floor. Yeah, that part. Right, number 2.
All right.
Hey, I'm so fun, so smart, and broke as hell. Alright, I want to gain some charm. That day, an epic dodge ball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team's spirit, leading a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural-born leader. There we go. You're wandering down the hallway, reading Dragon Heat as discreetly as you can, which apparently isn't very... because Polly and Vera clocked this immediately. You're actually reading erotic fanfic about dragons?
Yes.
Because we love Dragons and Heat! I'm all about the 19th century Russian literature, but a ghost girl can't say no to some erotic fanfic, am I right? I've literally been working on my Morgan Von Stretch cosplay all week. Don't worry about why. Speak for yourself, Polly. I've never. Okay, fine, I'm gonna read. I imagine. Okay, fine, I'm gonna read Dragon Heat, but don't go around just telling people. We're clearly safe with him, a fellow Dragonphile. Why Dracophile? Why that term? Can always be trusted. Are you sure? I mean, anyone into Dragon Heat must have a wicked mind. 297 chapters and counting, and it still manages to amaze me with all the new levels of wrong. Yeah, right? I fucking love it! Yet, I must admit, I'm a bit vanilla when it comes to fave chapters. Mine is the one with the Harold Mukdunghard? Is that real? Horus the Hydra, and the deranged Draco Delacourt? To have rest at the inn after the Chokin Bay adventure. Only to discover they have just one available bed. There's only one bed. The classic fanfic trick that never fails. Yeah. Yes, that is the good one. I personally prefer the one where Vanessa Rita unmasks her mask to say, this is Game of Thrones. This is all Game of Thrones. This is all Game of Thrones. This is Game of Thrones reference. I've never watched the show thoroughly, but this is Game of Thrones. Masked savior after a passionate kiss, only to discover it's herself. And then they totally bang. I'm not a fan of time travel, but sign me up for some good self-obsessed. Amen! What about you, Tonka? What's your favorite story arc? Nothing to worry about, you'll just be revealing your inner kinks to us. No pressure. Easy! The Sexcalibur arc, where they want to discover the Chosen One, who can control the mythical Sexcalibur dildo. And they have a super orgy, so everyone can have their own turn with the dildo. What about this exclusive chapter I've written myself? I don't know, I'm very fun, and I'm somewhat creative. I could probably get away with it. Alright, I got over on that one. Whoa, right? How can we forget about the Sexcalibur arc? With 297 chapters, it's rather easy to forget some arcs. Yeah, but that one was epic! The tension and the thrill of wondering who would be chosen one each time someone used the magical dildo. I must admit, it was very lubricated. Also, I should praise the fact that it was entirely written from the viewpoint of the dildo. Whoa! How was that story? Who would have thought? Tonka here is such a kinky deviant. Maybe you should do our own Sexcalibur trial one day, eh? Let's not get ahead of ourselves here yet. But I might or might not have officially an official Sexcalibur dildo myself. It's hard to say no to dragon dildos. Remember when that was a thing? Feck yeah! Remember when that was a thing? All those years of insecurity, and it turns out that the erotic fanfits were the ultimate icebreakers. Here, have 2 smarts and 1 fun to celebrate your unexpected discovery. We get some stats. We're gaining stats. Yeah, baby. I gotta be more creative if I want to get Zoe though. But I don't know. I think that's out the question at this point. I think it's gonna be a little tough. I don't know, something's beckoning me to the library, so I'm about to check it out. That day you spend your time at the library's PC sending malicious spam emails in the hopes of stealing other people's money. It doesn't sound very nice, but who's really the one to blame if you respond to such a blatant scam? You lose 10 karma, which isn't a stat in this game, so who cares? You gain 2 money. I don't like being broke. You're checking your email in the library when you see one from the address you don't recognize. The subject is urgent, funds needed, emergency. It seems important, so you open it. Hello, my name is Nazareth Awanza, the totally legitimate prince of Ethiopia. Due to recent cruel betrayal at the hands of my brother Gabello Awaza, who bought many whores with government money, my kingdom is in terrible debt. I require only a paltry loan of 1,000 US American dollars to regain my footing. Alternatively, you may simply provide your bank account and routing number, and I will self-transfer the funds myself. Once I have repaid the debt, I will compensate you with 10,000 handsome US dollars American to recompensate. Sincerely, Nazareth Awaza, legitimate prince of the legitimate actual Ethiopian government of Ethiopia, legitimately, allegedly. This story is so sad. You really have 2 options here. Send $100, you're not made of money. Right back to Honorable Nazareth Awaza of Ethiopia. While I cannot offer direct financial support at this time, here are some tips for how you might improve your failing economic system. I can get away with this, I'm pretty smart. Yeah! Now, if I did that, will they happen to give me Nia Jax as compensation? Because they kind of owe me that at this point. Just saying. You spend hours writing out a detailed financial proposal complete with spreadsheets, bar graphs, and especially pie charts. Nazareth Awanza thanks you kindly for your advice and promised to follow it to the letter. Later, you run into Miranda. She gives you a big hug. Oh. Who would have thought that someone as non-rich as you could provide such financial advice? The royal family is saying they finally could be free to go back to the traditional practice of exploiting the peasants. Then I don't see the point. I don't see the point of it. You've done a good deed today. Let no one tell you otherwise. Nice! And probably fixing a whole country economy will count as a sick extracurricular. You gain 1 smart and Nazareth Awanza sends you 2 money as a reward for your aid. Only 2? Bruh! $2!
All right.
Alright, I got this. Okay, so this how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna play for Liam because that seems like the most guaranteed thing at this moment. But in the backfield, I'm gonna be playing for Zoe. Do you realize you have to get Nia Jax? I want to take a good guess. We're in the 3rd. I didn't know that was a thing. Jay, you do realize why you have to get Nia Jax. I want you to take a good guess for November 3rd. But alright. You notice Liam looking disgruntled, which is his default, so whatever. But it seems like Miranda is pretty upset too. Better check it out. Liam, why are you typing on your phone so angrily? Did your phone offend you in some way? Why are you mad at it? You seem to be 8.5 in the Frowny Liam scale. The what? The Frowny Liam scale! Normally I can tell how people are feeling from their faces, but you seem to be frowning most of the time, so I created a chart to measure your frowniness. Miranda pulls out a notepad and displays a series of doodles with Liam's frowniness. They're not super accurate, but they are super adorable. Just like oppressive nomination piece. So adorable. And they're gone. And it's gone. Alright. I'm not angry at my phone. My so-called frowniness is caused by heinous error. I specifically asked that my creature creme brulee be extra crispy so it can truly pop with my hashtag massacre Instagram filter. Instead, they burned it to a crisp, rendering it unphotographable. Monsters deserve to know what they're getting into if they choose to eat this cafeteria so they can choose to take their business to a different establishment. And so I'm writing a scathing Yelp review. Liam, you can't do that. If they shut the cafeteria down, the school kitchen staff will lose their jobs. Did you know that peasants have to do labor to make living wages? They don't simply have an unlimited store of gold. I was shocked when I first found out. Of course you were. When the kitchen staff wanted to earn their wages, they should have been better at their jobs. I'm simply the merchant of truth. So you're the merchant of poop. Your royal sophistication shines through. Look, ask Tonka. His taste may bend towards the mainstream, but surely you can see his subpar cafeteria must be exposed. Oh, I didn't check that. But also, I don't have Booker T, so I guess that's fine. I don't have Booker T, so that'll be fine. Don't be ridiculous. Tonka is surely more compassionate than that and would gladly help me save the cafeteria. Again. Nope. Nope. Barely got any of the Odyssey cards for those. Again. Gosh, it's hard to keep track of your misadventures at this shit show of a school. Still, help if you can. Miranda can't undermine Liam's admittedly talented criticism alone. This will take an army of homeless people we paid to write positive Yelp reviews of the cafeteria until we eclipse Liam's. Liam, one lone voice cannot shut down this cafeteria. At least not the voice of a high school. Let's go to a renowned food critic to write a Pulitzer-worthy exposed to be published in the most widely read periodicals. Ah, he likes that. Excellent idea. I'm an incredible, intelligent, compassionate person with tons of humility. More than enough to admit when professionals' help may be of use to me. You think you have the most humility? You should never be as humble as I am. Every day my servants tell me I am the humblest person ever to live. Miranda storms off in a huff, leaving you and Liam to proceed with your amazing, incredible, genius plan. You're super humble, too. Abnormally humble, even. You use a magnificent calligraphy skills to pick... Okay. Like, other than Trish Stratus, all of them. Other than that one with Trish Stratus, I need all of them. So you picked up your elective class, calligraphy, and murder to write 5 letters. Chock full of hashtag aesthetics. Liam produces a delicate white dove from his backpack. How was it breathing in there? And gives it to the newly addressed letters. You're not sure what's more intriguing, the fact that Liam trusts that Dove will be able to read the addresses to deliver the letters, or the fact that the addresses he wrote down were just their emails. Regardless, it seems to have worked, because within a minute of the Dove's release, you received your first reply on your phones. Ah! I knew the exquisite Jacques Ansavar would have enthusiasm of our flight. Thus, his immediate response. Dear Liam, I received your message. Though the calligraphy is quite impressive, I'm afraid I must give you the same answer I gave you when you asked me to write a review on the cuisine cooked by your friend's grandmother last Thanksgiving. I don't know how you got a dove to find out where I live based on our email addresses. But stop contacting me! Most lovingly yours, great and humblest food critic, Jacques Ansavar. Oh. Tonka, nobody understands the severity of the creme brulee transgression. Thank goodness we have each other. Heck yeah, you have each other. For prom. Hopefully. At the very least, maybe he'll let you borrow that dove sometimes to send anthrax to your enemies. I would like to do that. Damn, I'm halfway through already?
Alright.
I got this, it's fine. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. I need way more creativity. I need to be creative. I could go to class and spend some more money, but creativity! That day, while rehearsing in class play, you were struck by the lightning of inspiration. You came up with the ultimate nickname for yourself. You tell everyone to call you by it. Also known as one of the 7 most douchebaggish moves in the world. But the nickname is so awesome, inventive, and appropriate that people decide to go with it. Quite the feat. You gained to creativity. I did. We the devs dare you to actually come up with a nickname for yourself and ask the other players to call you that name until the end of this run. Alright then, Ronan. Have a good one. Just know that 2K is slowly but surely screwing you over, just like they do me. And don't worry, guys. that nickname is Tonka. So, you know, you're already calling me that, so it's fine. Later you're carrying around your precious dragon heat when you're spotted by Miranda. Damien. Oh, you know. You don't... Why you ask these questions? You know. You clearly know. By the way, I have to be back on soon because LA Knight's birthday bash is coming up soon, and also the November Smash and Grab. So I'm gonna see what I can get out of those. I'm surprised he came back to the game. Wow, Dragon Heat! I love it! Yep, that's the thing. Also, you may not know this about the Damien to look at him, but it turns out that he, too, is a hopeless romantic at heart. Are we reading the same series? I'm in for the Dragon Dong. Miri. Nothing so bad that gets as good as the billionaire dinosaur made me gay. Damn it, you are getting utterly foul. Don't profane the deep emotional connection between Harold McDonghart and Goldiva Galantina. Okay, yeah, that's the name. Deep emotional connections? Is that why the latest chapter ends with Harold finally boning Godiva? And then she wakes up to find him gone? The cliffhanger must be entirely misleading. People simply don't abuse each other's love and trust that way. I worry about you, baby. Is it Mary? He calls Miranda Mary? Okay, I guess so. I really, really do. I just desperately want to know what happens next in Dragon Heat. Do you think Harold's capable of being so mean-spirited? True. Art imitates life. Let's look at Damien's Tinder message to see what he's capable of, shall we? Harold may or may not have been a scoundrel, but love is alive and well. Let me take both of you for the greatest three-way first date ever to prove it. Oh, that bottom one's very good. Bottom one's very good. Oh, I'm not charming enough. No. A date in the midst of a school day? Why, my duty, responsibility, and reading say no. But my heart says yes. I have a midterm in interdimensional peace 305, so anything's better than that. Oh, huzzah! I don't love being courted. Let us flee to the absolutely most romantic day that has ever happened to me ever. Yay! Oh, fuck. Somehow, despite spending all your time in school daydreaming about dating instead of studying, you still know nothing about romance. You meet Miranda and a bouquet of fish, and Damien the head of one of his enemies, which actually turns out to be one of his friends. Whoops. The date is over before it begins. How are you supposed to know Damien had friends? You lose smarts and charm. No! My charm! Oh man, halfway through and I'm already blowing it.
All right.
Which should be a good thing. It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a good thing. Alright, let's get smart, I guess. That day you listen to your elders and learn a valuable lesson. Sometimes after all the monster nonsense and the dating gimmicks, you forget that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity at this high school. You gain 2 smarts. Redemption. You walk up with Liam later, then suddenly a holy crossbow bolt slams into the wall next to you. It's the Slayer.
Prepare to die!
I forgot about you. You flee with Liam and manage to get out of sight. Now's the perfect time for you to hide while Liam turns into a bat. But he's not transforming. You ask him why the hell he's just standing here instead of changing. It's just... seems a little cliche, doesn't it? A vampire, turn into a bat. Honestly, I'm over it. If I could turn into, for example, the concept of a bat, now that would be a change worth taking. don't even know what that means, but if you can't get Liam to turn into something soon, he'll get you both caught. You quickly tell him to change into a hot dog stand. A general feeling of unease.
So romantic.
But I'm creative enough to do that, huh? Shut up, game. Magnificent. The perfect balance of abstraction and practicality? Yeah. Practicality is what I'm trying to say. Got a little tongue-tied. I admit I have difficulty imagining the concept of a bat, but a general feeling of unease, why, I experience that many times a day. Liam disappears in a poof of purple smoke. You don't know where he's gone, but you sure don't feel good about it. What's the matter? Do you have your shirt on inside out? Have all your friends have been pretending to like you? Maybe. Suddenly the Slayer bursts in. She takes one step towards you and stops. Why do I feel like I left my stove on when I left the house this morning? Shit! The Slayer flees to check on her stove. Liam turns into a vampire and you immediately feel better. Oh man, my soul has never felt so tormented. I'll have to do that more often. You hope he decides to do it when you're not around, but you're glad he's happy. You gain 2 smarts and 1 creativity. Yes! I'm creative! The creative juices are flowing. In me, even.
All right.
Alright, so I'm creative and smart. I just have to be more charming, and maybe she will start to, join the dark side. You know what I'm saying? Alright, you sit down with Scott and Zoe just as Zoe cracks open a Tupperware she bought for lunch. You're not sure what's inside, but it sounds like it's screaming.
Hey, bros.
Whoa, Zoe, what are you eating? Is it pizza? I love pizza. No, Scott, is not pizza. I'm on a special diet where I can only eat sanity. Oh, sanity! I bet that's chock full of protein. Not really. It's mostly chock full of horror. It's better fresh, but that's a lot messier. So when I come to school, I pack leftovers in this Tupperware instead. So smart! What does sanity taste like? Well, when you're sucking the marrow out of the ethereal bone fragments harvested from the carcass of a rival deity you've slain. I don't think I've ever eaten a rival deity. Do I have a rival deity? Is it fireworks? I hate fireworks! No. Let's see. Have you ever drunk a child's tears filtered through his mother's severed skull? While an orchestra plays a tuneless melody of instruments and flesh? That sounds like Final Fantasy VII, so yeah, I can say I've been there before. I've had pizza. Is that close?
Meh.
Nah, not really. It's more like cashews. Cashews and shrimp.
Ah!
Oh, cool! I knew it was high in protein. Can I try some? Can I? Well, it's not really for mortals. Scott looks so excited. You got to figure out a way to resolve the situation. Scott's sanity is extremely high in cholesterol. Why don't you just eat some cashews and shrimp smothered in this malignant sanity? Hot sauce I brought. But what if Scott uses this crazy straw? Yeah! Oh no, cholesterol! The original C word. What's the other C word? Also, eating sanity would cause your brain to avert, mutilating it like a thumbless chimpanzee angrily peeling an orange. That sounds sort of bad too, but what I'm really worried about are my arteries. Cash on me, bro! You happily oblige. 1 cashew and shrimp and weaponized hot sauce cocktail coming right up. Oh wow, this food looks like a tiny crime scene. Down the hatch. That's a lot of hot sauce, Scott. Are you sure your mortal mouth can't...
No, bro.
My mouth exploded! It caught on fire and exploded! No more mouth for Scott! No, Scott, I can see your mouth. But I can see my mouth! And whose mouth is supposed to be mine? So if I can see it, it's not real! Okay, dude. Sorry, can't talk. My mouth exploded, so I don't have a mouth anymore. Scott sits quietly for the rest of the lunch period, growing progressively redder and sweatier. While you enjoy nice time with Zoe. Nice! Right? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying, bro. Yeah!
All right.
I'm doing things kind of right. So, I'm not gonna lie, I need more charm. But I can also use some more fun. Let's go party. Hey, dabbing on them. That day during recess, you start half-hour rave that goes crazy. You have no idea how it escalated so much, but at one point there are like 300 people. Someone summons demons from a nightmare dimension, and the consequences might distort the fabric of reality itself, but who cares? It's a rad party. You gain fun. Later, you see Liam scrolling through his phone, looking like an embodiment of Inui. Hey, Tonko, what are you doing? Stalking classmates for romantic purposes and offering rather absurd advice? You know it! You know it! Magnificent. I could use some rather absurd advice. I was exchanging messages with a koala? That sounds so unfortunate. On this dating site, and all was going well for a time.
Lame.
But I've grown tired of our exchanges. He's a bit clingy, and being clingy is my 7th biggest turnoff. Right between sarcasm, illiteracy, and actually being a pickle, and not a person. Are you a cat, Liam? The post-mortem protocol dictates for me just to ghost him and never talk to him again. But that's horrible, and I would never do that to someone, you see? I'm Liam, handsomely mysterious, yet a true gentleman. But neither do I want the emotional turmoil of telling him how I really feel and having an actual conversation about it. What an ordeal. So I've settled on just sending him a bunch of emojis and then never text him again. That should do it, right? Thing is, how can I convey this complex array of sentiments through the friendly language of emojis? This is your time to shine. Show Liam you excel at complex sentiments so he might someday feel like sharing them with you. Baby, croissant, school bus, shooting star, trumpet, crocodile. I'm looking right at this character's face while I'm saying that too. This one, little vampire, growing, disinterested, and overly attached were-koala emoji. Oh, that one is clearly the best option. How didn't I think of it? Which version should I choose? Little vampire growing disinterested and overly attached were-koala, or little vampire with a silly hat growing disinterested and overly attached were-koala? Maybe the silly hat is not suited for the situation. Let's go with the classic. Okay, just sent it. He texted me back. Let's see. Oh, the were-koala's being understanding of the little vampire's feelings and respecting them even if a bit hurt emoji? I'm replying back with a formally grateful and ready to move on poop emoji. Look at this. Just texted me the emojis that's waving his hand like he's saying bye with an expression that says he's going to break all bonds, but without being resentful about it. Perfect. We solved this as a team. Cheers to us. And cheers to the creative people that have turned every complex feelings and scenario into a friendly and colorful emoji. You gain 2 charm, 1 creativity. Those are the only stats that matter to me. Great. Great.
All right.
It's fantastic. All right, looks like we're going to the. Okay, I'm gonna hit on creativity one more time. Just let me hit it one more. Actually, let's build up charm. That day an epic dodgeball match takes place. The match is so intense that both teams are so into it that you decide to raise the stakes. By betting part of your charm against a part of another team's charm, that commitment amazes your whole team. The spirit is fueled by determination. Finally, you win and take 2 charm from the other team leaders. She's now a bit less fabulous. Serves her right. Another gym class. Another game of dodgeball. Seriously? Do we not play anything else? On your team is the unathletic undead Liam, currently surrounded by the Wolfpack.
What a noob!
Bro, just give up now. Go back to your coffin, because it's about to rain balls in your face. Ah, yes, a vaguely homophobic double entendre from your frat dogs. That's original. Let me guess. My frail, lean form is about to be decimated in a display of hyper-masculinity. In a very unsportsmanlike competition, since it's 4-on-1, let's just get this over with. You can't let Liam give up. The winning team gets warm cupcakes. Give him a great strategy. You're a vampire, play dead. Turn into a vampire bat. Bite them, give them rabies. Not bold enough! My friend turned him into a bat to be rather mainstream vampire trope. But in the case of teaching him a lesson to these canine cretins, I'll make an exception. In a puff of cliche smoke, Liam was turned into a cliche bat. Sick dude's a bat! Get the bat! Using all the skills of, athletes, the Wolfpack easily knocked the bat out of the sky. The bat falls to the gym floor, its wings crumpled. Liam is not going to be happy when he changes back. The Wolfpack wins and you lose the game. And lose to fun. And boldness. I gotta be more bold. I gotta build more boldness. I gotta go to the bathroom.
All right.
I feel like I'm blowing it. I can make this happen. Sit down with Zoe and Calculester. Zoe seems to have brought some fresh sanity today. That is, she has a screaming man strapped to the table and is currently siphoning his sanity out through his eye sockets. Hot. Friend Zoe, I'm afraid I must take issue with your current practice. What, eating? Eating in a manner which causes a human to repeatedly scream, "Kill me," while avoiding his bowels and bladder. It doesn't seem nice.
Are you for real?
Look, I was born this way, okay? Well, not so much born as ripped from the fabric of reality itself and animated with equal parts raw malice and the concept of despair. Hot. And still, don't judge me. I do not possess the necessary firmware to judge you, Zoe. I do, however, wish you would find another way to attain sustenance. You can't stand to see those two at odds. Maybe you can convince Zoe to change her ways. Or convince Calculester that they don't need changing. Zoe, why don't you eat this vegan brownie I bought instead? It's probably way tastier than I got Sanity. Oh, come on, Calculester. Senator isn't even one of the top 5 worst things Zoe could be devouring at this time. Oh, she's blushing! Ta-da! Alright, sorry. We in there, boys. Status skeptical. Please list 5 things worse to devour from this man than his sanity. Oh, that's easy. Deep-seated insecurities is one, poop is another, and the crippling fear of death present in all mortals. And worst of all, opinions. Are his opinions really that bad? Well, he's a prominent user on Reddit. Understood. Analysis complete. Sanity is an acceptable food substitute compared to several things that are worse. Like Reddit. Nice! It's like I always say, when life gives you lemons, compare them to lemons to all-consuming void. The void is way worse than a couple of lemons. You couldn't agree more, mostly because you're interested in smooching Zoe, but still. Oh my god, we're getting so close.
All right.
Oh, I'm getting nervous. I need more boldness. That day you skip class and just hanging out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. While in the bathroom, you tell yourself in the mirror that you are so bold. You would kill a tiny bug-eyed, big-eyed turtle with your bare hands. Wait, what? That monstrous act would instantly give you 500 boldness. Well, come on, you're just talking to yourself in the mirror. What's the merit in that? You know what? You can keep 2 boldness anyway for saying that to yourself out loud. I don't know why this is doing things to me, but it kinda is. Alright. Hey, Tonka, I didn't expect to see you here. Don't you love how Spooky High... at Spooky High we have so many friends, and you never know what's going to show up, too. Here's the plan for the day, girls. Ah, it's the Covenant! Joy, Hope, Faith! You know our names? Of course. It's so cool to see you guys. Say the thing. Say the thing. What thing? The thing! The thing! You know, the thing! Say it. Say it. Say the thing. We're here to save the world. So great! Remember when I was trapped in the totem? Remember that? Are you guys... Hey, you guys were all... Don't you understand what you brought from the shop? Your totem is Esgord, ruler of the Dark Realms, an ancient of destruction. We must dispose of the totem before the world suffers. I do remember that. That was actually my first run. Yeah. Sorry about that. No. Are you kidding? That was awesome. And then someone stepped in and succeeded or failed at something. I don't really remember. I lived through so many events and things in my life, it's hard to keep track. But the point is, it's all fine now. Now we're on the same team, and I'm totally ready to join the Covenant. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't get us wrong, it's nice for someone to appreciate how hard we work to keep the world safe instead of trying to belittle and or sabotage us. But you can't just... Well. Look who it is. We meet again. Well, stay tuned and you will find out very quickly. Dimitri! Oh, my God. My ears. My ears are bleeding. Who are you? What are you? Why are you? Oh my gosh, I'm a totem. I mean, I was a totem. I was a high school girl. No, I'm a high school girl. Sorry, I just, oh gosh. So, listen, I know most people are all about that Dimitri life, where they assume that they are the reason you often turn to the good side before it's bad again, because you deeper in love or joy. Never. Joy means nothing to me. I feel nothing for her. I feel nothing. Ever. At all. Allegedly. A beautiful manly tear trickles down Dimitri's face as he stares into the distance. Yeah, right, totally. But I've been rooting for Dimitri? As in you getting together with Hope. Not like Dimitri from the fanfic where you're forced to work as a brothel. I'm here for one reason and one reason only. To take from the Coven their cursed bloodstone. I take no pleasure in seeing their smiling faces, and I will take no sorrow in seeing their corpses. Yes, and also with that numbers game, I tried to get Nia Jax through picking up BFAB. I picked up everything needed for BFAB, and it says I redeemed BFAB, and I still don't have her in my list. So I'm not doing that tonight. Oh, that's what it's for. Okay. Oh well. They'll be fine. Because I clearly don't have enough to get Braun Breaker either. Oh my god, why is everybody telling me that? If that is a problem in the first place, there's no point trying to fix it. I'm here for one reason. Yep, that part. Ah, fine, okay, Coven. How are we gonna defeat him? You're not in the Coven, Zoe! But at that point, everything around Dimitri has caught fire somehow, and deadly glows lights up in the dark, but very sexy smile. Time to find a way to get out of this whilst getting Zoe to the Coven. Let's join the Coven by being like the Coven. We must defeat Dimitri in the classic way, yelling cliche but powerful heroic one-liners. Okay. Okay, so the top one is way more creative, so I might get away with it. This bottom one's way too bold. I already took a strike for that. I'm not going with that again. Right. Right. Yelling things does seem to be one of the more effective moves. That's so reductive of the hard work we do saving the world. You don't care. Most of the work they do interrupt those sweet prom shenanigans you engage in and try to woo one of your most charismatic classmates. So you jump in with your best Coven expression. Justice will triumph. We're here to save the world. Friends before fiends. Yada, yada, yada. Okay. Those were actually pretty good. Ha! Pretty good? Indeed. As good as exactly what I intend to destroy. And so I'm very pretty, so there's that. Though your dark soul may try to snuff out their light, you will always light the match of truth and goodness. Oh, I want to try. Can I try? Let me try. Foul creature of darkness. Zoe opens her mouth and blood gushes forth, flooding the room. Hot. Oh, here's another good one. She opens her mouth again, and a swarm of scarabs fly onto Dimitri. Not as hot, but okay. What? No! My precious corporeal form! I shall not be eaten by bugs! Not today! Damn, okay, that is a lot. These creatures will not consume my flesh in the way my heart was once consumed by... No. It isn't past now. Never again. Darkness is my calling. Well, that was horrifying. Horrifyingly awesome. Actually, yeah. I guess you can be an honorary Coven member. For today, at least. Woohoo! And it's all thanks to you, Tonka, right? Can't wait to have more Coven adventures. Wow, that might actually not be terrible. Maybe. Did Zoe just make this Coven cool? But now it is. You know what else is cool? 2 charm and 1 fun. Yeah. Oh, dude, are we rebounding this? Hold on. I might be rebounding. I might actually be rebounding here. I feel like I need more creativity. Let's get back in the auditorium. Or... I feel like I'm good on stats. Let's see what she has in the shop.
stranger.
What's up? Ooh, creativity just enough! Yeah! I don't need boldness. Creativity. I feel like I need that.
See you later.
Oh boy, +5 creativity. Alright, Warzone. By the way, I just got a poster of Bob Ross. I feel like life is complete.
All right.
Life is indeed completed now. Sit down with Zoe and Scott. Scott is eating his trademark pizza sandwich, which is just 3 slices of pizza on top of each other. Zoe has a notebook out and is taking notes. Yes, it's actually right behind me. The picture of Bob Ross. He's painting in that bush you like so much. And it says creativity. It's pretty great. It's pretty great. But how do you get your food, Scott? Why do you want to know so bad? It's pretty normal. No, it can't be normal. I'm doing research for my latest fanfic. Cry havoc and let slip the dogs of love. It's about a pack of werewolves going on the biggest hunt of their lives, a hunt that will change them as hunters, but also as werepeople. They went looking for food when what they found was personal growth and a new understanding of group sexual practices. Also food, so that's why I need to know how do you hunt. Oh, well, normally I go to the cafeteria and I ask for pizza. That's it. What about hunting in a pack? Enjoying the spoils together in a feast of blood and rage? Exploring on each other's bodies? Well, I guess sometimes me and my cousins order pizza at home. Then the pizza comes and then we eat the pizza. It's quite a complex situation. Alright, Zoe does not look at all satisfied with Scott's answer. Maybe you can get Scott to give some juicier info. Or convince Zoe that ordering pizza is actually dramatic. But Scott, what about when you go searching for pizza in the wild? Zoe, don't dismiss the utter suspense and extreme pathos of waiting endlessly for the pizza to arrive. Truly, it is the central tragedy of the 21st century. I feel like I'm about to drop the ball here. And I did! I did! No! Alright. Wow, I thought a central tragedy of the 21st century was that they were gradually destroying the planet with every convenience we enjoy. But we are also removed from the consequences of our actions that we will continue to be manipulated by corporate masters until we're all living on a desolate cinder. Nope, it's the pizza one. Oh, that's a relief. That other one seems super depressing.
Oh.
Not having pizza is really depressing too. Sometimes when we're waiting for the pizza, I get so hungry I could eat a horse. So you chase down and kill a horse in an orgy of bloodlust? What? No! Usually I just eat corn chips and watch sports on the TV. But I'm really bummed while I'm doing it. Zoe decides to do with what Scott has given her. Scott is happy for the intention. You're happy because Scott is happy. Everyone wins. That's not true. That's not true at all. Oh my god, I've got one more day left.
All right.
Oh, brother. I'm nervous. Alright, what's the worst that could happen, really? You know what? Let's gain a little boldness just in case. That day you skipped class just hanging out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. But you stop there and you want the world to know how reckless you are for the rest of eternity. So you do some graffiti on the wall. No way. The graffiti says, I'm bold as fuck, boy. And you know what? Turns out the wall is a magical wall that grants wishes. So now you're a boy. Fuck, boy. A deep voice resounds from within the wall and says, well, not bold as fuck, but maybe a bit bold. And then you gain 2 boldness. Oh, boy, what is an opinionated wall? Anyway, lucky you. You're doing that thing that gives you the most life, reading Dragon Heat, when you're approached by Scott and Liam. This is not going to help me at all. Aha! A fellow connoisseur of the feeling arts. Here, Scott and I are also experts in the topic. An unexpected deal.
Hooray!
Yeah, Liam and I are fandom buddies. We love to discuss things we love in our favorite stuffs, wikis, and forums, and the sort. We're the best fandom buds, even if we don't always agree, like with the Starko and Markapoo thing. Okay, first let's be clear. I engage in a passionate fandom and conversations only as an ironic way of celebrating low culture, which I truly despise. Second, for the 100th time, after spending years in Hekapoo's dimension, Marco is now actually in his 30s. So it isn't right if he dates a 16-year-old girl. These details matter, Scott. Think how wrong it would be for me and my 400s to date people from this school if all of you are actually teenagers instead of being much more conveniently in your 20s. Anyway, enough meta discussion. Scott and I are here on the situation. Even if our opinions differ, we agree our opinions are superior in comparison with the rest of the strangers on the Dragon Heat Wiki. Yes to that! Liam's here, like, super smart, and I'm a good boy, so my ideas should be good too. But people on the wiki can be really mean sometimes. We need to gain their respect so we can convince them to be good boys too. Scott is right. We need to somehow earn the role of moderator so we can show all these lesser beings who's boss when it comes to the Dragon Heat fandom. But how? I'm sure you give us an absurd yet effective idea for a solution, as can be expected from good old Tommy. Let's ask them nicely if they can stop behaving like internet trolls instead of start respecting your opinions. Let's write powerful fanfic set on Dragon Heat Wiki where you're depicted as the coolest users who should be respected. Yeah! I just broke Scott's brain with that concept. Scott is broke. He's like, wait, what? Words? Ah, yeah, let's fight wielding our arts as our weapon. Yeah, weapons are fun! Liam opens up a new document in his laptop. So let's see. We should create a very nuanced piece of fiction. What about if the three of us and the 34,927 users of the Dragon Heat Wiki community were co-workers at a bookshop? Delightfully disruptive, Scott. Pico. Okay. So we're all mean to each other, like in real life, except the town's mayor is visiting the bookshop next month, and it turns out that we're breaking the law, right? Because in this universe, people can't work in bookshops if they're single, and we're all single. Not good. Oh, the weight of the conflict. I can even feel it at my fingertips. Amazing. Don't stop. Then we all fake that we're married together. The 34,930 of us. Smartly and unexpected, an astute facade. The tension is overwhelming. Faking a marriage, we all learn more about each other. The mayor comes and he's happy that everyone is happy. Until a really bad blizzard comes to town, trapping everyone in the bookshop. Uh-oh! Monsterkind versus nature. The oldest of rivalries. So Liam, who's like super smart, says, "Hi, I'm Liam. I'm a vampire. Ooh, we should all snuggle together to get warm and such." Desperate situations call for desperate measures. Yes. Then the blizzard goes away and everyone is happy. We learn to respect each other thanks to the snuggling together. They all say, "We're saved! Hooray to Liam for being smart! Hooray for Scott for being such a good boy! Hooray to Taka for proposing the creation of this nice fanfic." Very meta final touch, Scott. Okay, a masterpiece has been born. Let's post it on the wiki so it deserves to be immortalized. Some hours later, the user of the Dragon Heat Wiki started to comment about how moving your fanfic is, how they should meet your inner feelings thanks to it, and how they are now capable of acknowledging your leadership skills. And so they make the three of you moderators. Art truly opens people's minds, Scott. I must admit, we've done a true fanfic of truths. Hooray! Oh, fanfic de trois? Ooh la la. You're truly impressed, these two. You sexually creative motherfucker, you. You gained 2 charm and 1 creativity. I feel like I'm about to get shot down again. I really feel like I'm about to get shot down again. I feel like Liam is the best bet, but damn it. By the way, I can't help but point out she is blushing. She is blushing, and I would like to say that's a good sign. Okay, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. We're gonna go try it. I'm gonna go ahead and try it. Alright? What's she gonna say? No?
Hey, ya.
What do I have to lose?
All right.
Everything, you're right. You finally plucked your courage and asked your beloved to go to the monster prom. Oh, no, it's not possible for us to go together in this timeline. You see, this is the alternate universe where I get to have fun at prom, which I highly suspect won't be possible as going with you. It's nothing personal, just that you are very boring and unpleasant. But hey, you should totally call me if you happen to be in the horrible, forgettable prom AU sometimes? Alternate universe. Okay, I got it.
Zoe out.
What's this? A bad fic?
I got burned! No! Still, you were so bad at social interaction that you also failed at getting a date for the whole prom. Yeah. Well, we got scorned again, guys. Those 6 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. After the monster prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning about who we were and who we could be. And as you know, like it always does, life happened, and it was wonderful. Zoe dedicated the next several years to writing her most ambitious fanfic ever and focused on the struggles of Shaggy containing and controlling his limited power. That's so stupid. It delved into the psychological nuances of mastery of the Mystery Gang, while also including crossovers with Akira, Flubber, and the unbearable lightness of being. It is said to mix Tolstoy's mastery of Proust and the juiciness of a very juicy Big Mac. It ended up entertaining the Western literary canon. Miranda used her vast knowledge of serfs to get a job, handpicking the best serfs for other people. Unsurprisingly, she ended up leaving her serfs to do the work. Polly's drug cooking skills proved useful, and she became the chemist for the pharmaceutical industry. But in her free time, she still cooks the real shit. Her greatest inventions so far were watermelon-flavored ecstasy and a thing called LS Dope. For those 6 weeks, the monster prom seemed longer than life, and then it was gone, just like that. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there were plenty of battles left in that war called youth. And once again, we were young and unafraid. We were ready to start. So yeah, I blew it again. I did another failure. Oh man. Another failure of a year, I gotta say. Damn, it never gets easier for old Tonka here. But who knows? Maybe he'll have more luck outside of high school. You can say. But with that being said, guys, if you enjoyed the content, go ahead and smash that follow button to notify you when the next time I'm streaming. But other than that, if you want to see what I'm into or just want to have a casual conversation with me, you can hit me up on the X under the name JP3_92. That is JYPA number 3_9 number 2 on the X. Or you can find me on Discord under the same name. Gotta say, that's gotta be convenient. Gotta be convenient to somebody. Not me, because I just got dumped again. But it's somebody, it's gotta be convenient. But if that's not enough to tickle your fancy, you can also find my channel on YouTube under the name JP3 Forever. JP, number 4, EVER. Number 9, number 2 on YouTube. Well, the night, guys, as I usually say, and as my heart is taking a beating right now because I will never understand how I can't win most of these runs, the quarter night is stay hungry, stay humble, but most of all, stay safe. Until the next stream, guys. Alright, but for real, guys, see you in the next one. Peace.